Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is RENDOG coming at you from what is slowly becoming an underwater glass tunnel in this Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. In the previous episode, we were laying down some dirt foundations for a tunnel that we are building across this oceanic channel between Silkworm Gang Island and Rentopia. And in this episode, my friends, we are going to go and gather a whole bunch of freaking sand so that we can start making the glass that we need to do this. And guys, we are going to be talking a bit about what is going on in my real freaking life, because we've got a ton of new cyberdogs subscribed to the RENDOG channel, and I just want to catch you guys up with exactly what is going on with my life. So sit back and relax, my cyber diggity dogs. We are going to have a nice sweet chat today, and we are going to start smelting a butt ton of glass. But more importantly, guys, other than trapping myself in this freaking cavern over here, I want to talk to you guys about what is going on in the life of the Rendiggity dog. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, guys, there have been a ton of new subscribers joining the RENDOG channel over the last 6 months or so. I think, I don't know exactly how many subscribers we've picked up over the last 6 months, but in 2013, I think we've picked up something like 30,000 subscribers or something like that. And we're going pretty strong every single day with 100 or so subscribers a day. So there are a ton of you guys who are maybe new to the RENDOG channel, new to me as a Minecraft commentator, and maybe a ton of you guys haven't watched Season 1 and Season 2 of this Minecraft series. And although I am freaking angry with your butthole for not watching it, I do understand, and I do want to just, bring you guys up to speed with exactly who I am and where the jazz the RENDOG channel came from, man. Because let me tell you, it is quite a freaking story. And one of the questions that I get asked the most by new cyberdogs that subscribe to this channel is, RENDOG, how did you start on YouTube? Where did this all come from? How in the jazz did you become a freaking YouTuber? What is your story? Please tell me. And so I'm gonna spend this episode telling you guys exactly all of that jazz. And what we're gonna do is head over to that sand quarry just outside the strip mine outpost, and we're just gonna harvest a whole bunch of freaking sand, and then we're gonna set up a whole bunch of furnaces. That's why I'm bringing this cobblestone. In fact, I think I'm just gonna make the furnaces now. We're gonna set up a whole bunch of furnaces just outside of the tunnel that we're working on, and then we can actually start. Yeah, 8 furnaces is going to be more than enough, I think. And we've got some coal with us over here, but we'll probably need a butt ton more coal than that. So we'll probably have to head back to the mole hole to get a whole bunch more coal to actually get all of this glass fired up, because we do not have a ton of coal right here on Silkworm Gang Island. So I'm going to actually leave this coal over here, because this is the Silkworm Gang Island coal, and I don't want to mix it with the mole hole coal, if you know what I'm freaking saying up in here, man. But guys, let's head over to the strip mine outpost and start getting us a little bit of sand. And I want to start talking about exactly where all this whole freaking crazy YouTube story began for me, and where it's going, and what is the current status, ouch, of my life as we speak right now, because a ton of you guys have been asking me on email and on dogcraft.net, and it's so freaking awesome that you guys are even freaking interested in what's going on in my life. It really, it means a lot to me, man. When you guys actually take time out of your freaking lives to email me and say, yo, what's up, RENDOG? What is going on, man? How is life? How is everything going? That's just so freaking sweet, man. And never stop doing that, people. But right, where to begin? Well, I have always been a massive fan of YouTube. I have spent a ridiculous amount of my life on YouTube, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have too. And most of my time that I first started watching YouTube was when I was at work. Now, I've been working for a very, very long time now. I've been working for probably more than, I've been working for about a decade now, right? Working in various jobs. I started working when I was, I don't know, geez, man, I've been working for ages. I got my first job when I was 16, and I was studying at the same time and working, and I've always worked. I've never had a year off. I never took a gap year or a year off from working. I always freaking worked because that was what my freaking mama taught me to do, man. You know, she always said to me, even though I came from a wealthy family, my mama always said to me, you know, you have to earn your own keep. I'm not going to freaking pay for you your whole life. You need to earn your own way in this world. You need to make your own money. And she, you know, she even said to me, don't even expect to inherit anything from my ass. I am going to be giving all of my freaking money to the dolphins, man. So don't think that you can just sit back and wait for me to shuffle off this mortal coil and get your inheritance, because that jazz is not going to happen. So, you know, my mama always inspired me to work, and I always worked. Always, man. I was always happy to work. I've always been a very happy, very productive worker. If I'm not working, I'm depressed, man. You know, I feel like I need to be achieving something in life in order to be happy. Even though, you know, I think that I would like to be on a permanent freaking vacation. I reckon that I would be quite depressed on a permanent vacation, because whenever I'm not doing anything, I don't know, I just get down. Maybe some of you guys feel the same way. When I go on holiday, after 2 weeks of doing nothing, I'm ready to get back into action, man. Even when I was at school, you know, after 2-3 weeks of holiday, hanging out with my brother, the real Goxie, I used to get anxious. I would want to get back to school. I would want to get back to doing math, science, computers, you know, all the subjects that I loved. And, you know, I was always really motivated to do well at school, or to do as well as I possibly could. But all of that time while I was spent working in an office, that is. So after I finished university, I started working in offices. And what I used to do in my lunch breaks is start to log in and watch this website called YouTube. And at that stage, YouTube was still, I think at that stage, it was still independent. It wasn't owned by Google. It was, you know, this free video platform where you could broadcast yourself. And, you know, to me, that concept was just so freaking amazing. It was such a mind-blowing platform for me that I just absolutely loved it, man. And I used to just watch anything on YouTube. I used to get seriously into watching like vloggers, because back in the day, you know, vlogging was still really new, and it was like the big thing on YouTube. And I used to watch a whole bunch of vloggers. Some of my favorite vloggers were like Sexy Phil, Ray William Johnson, a whole bunch of other like political bloggers that I used to watch. I used to watch a whole bunch of awesome ass science videos. What was that? There was one channel that I really freaking loved, man. Oh yeah, the channel was called Thunderfoot, and he's basically a scientist that talks about, I don't know, he just talks about really interesting things, and he kind of makes science easy for non-scientists to understand. And as me being not a scientist, really liked his channel, and he had like a whole bunch of drama with the creationist, and man, it was a freaking sweet channel. And I used to spend a lot of time on YouTube. I also used to watch like Magic the Gathering gameplay videos, and you know, I started to watch gaming channels because they started to get really popular on YouTube. And what I discovered after a while was people playing games on YouTube. And I can't remember exactly what games I used to watch. I know that I used to watch a lot of Pro StarCraft 1. I used to watch Husky StarCraft and Mole Trap and Cholera and a whole bunch of other amazing StarCraft 1 commentators who are now StarCraft 2 commentators, well, most of them are. And I used to just absolutely love watching those guys play games. And as I started watching more gaming videos, I started getting more recommendations from YouTube of other gaming channels, and I've stumbled across at that stage what was a pretty well-known channel that was doing pretty well called the Yogscast, and they started playing Minecraft, and they were playing a whole bunch of other games too, I think, but the game that I remember the most, of course, was them playing Minecraft. And the series that I really got into was the Shadows of Israel by the Yogscast, and I absolutely freaking loved that series. And I used to watch that series every single day at lunchtime while I was at work. I would go back to my desk with my sandwich or my meal that I'd made the day before, and I used to watch the Yogscast every day. And you know, I started to watch other YouTubers also. I started to watch Etho, who was also a really small channel back then, and a whole bunch of other YouTubers, a whole bunch of other Minecrafters, in fact, that I really got into. And I also started to watch a Terraria Minecrafter called Hero, and I really freaking love Terraria, and I really wow, Creeper, you butthole, did your best to kill me, but you failed. And I really loved watching Hero, and I really loved watching Terraria. And I got so into Terraria that I bought the game, started playing it, all because of Hero, and I absolutely love that game, man, and I still do. One of my favorite games of all time. But then about, I don't know, I don't even know how long it's been now, but I think it's about 2 years ago, give or take about 2 years ago, I woke up one day, I went to work, and I started to think to myself, you know what? If Hero and Simon and Lewis can make videos on YouTube, anybody can, man. And that's the beauty of YouTube, is it's free, and all you need to do is learn how to make gaming videos, how to record your audio, how to record your gameplay footage, and how to make it into a video, and how to upload it onto YouTube. And all you got to do is make yourself a free channel, which has always been free to make on YouTube. You know, get your videos on there, and then just hope that people start watching it, and hope that people start enjoying it. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to do this, man. I'm just going to give it a go. Who knows? It could work. It could fail. And if it fails, it doesn't really matter, because it is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be able to play my favorite games like Terraria, and at the very same time, I'm going to be able to you know, hopefully make and start growing a YouTube channel. So that is exactly what I started doing. And, you know, before I get into exactly how I started doing that, guys, I think it's important for me to mention that I am inherently and at heart a risk taker. I've always been a risk taker, and I'm not one for looking ahead into the future very much. In fact, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about the future. I have one primary goal, however, that is basically the ruler of my life. And that goal is, and has always been since I was probably 16 years old, to try and create a life for myself that I will be happy with. To make sure that whatever I'm doing in life, whatever job I'm working in, whatever place I'm living in, whatever, you know, person that I'm with, or whatever friends and family I have around me, I want inherently in my soul to make that as good as it can possibly be. And whatever I have to do to achieve that, I will do it, even if it means taking insane risks, and you know, risking losing everything, you know, risking being in financial danger. Any of those sort of risks I don't even really consider. Now, there's probably a load of you out there, guys, a lot of you guys out there who are risk avert, right? Who aren't happy to take serious risks for, you know, I don't know, to achieve a goal or whatever. And maybe you are willing to take risks, but maybe you prefer to do it in a more slow process. And we are freaking under siege over here, guys. I'm gonna head back to Silkum Gang Island before we get our buttholes owned by that freaking skelebud over there. But guys, I have always been, I've never been worried about risk. And what I always told myself when I started working, when I started getting into the working world, I said to myself, if you can find yourself a way to stop working for somebody and to be your own boss, no matter how difficult it is for you to do that, no matter how much risk you have to take to achieve that goal, you have to take those risks to do it. Because you know what the truth is, guys, of this freaking life that we live in? We only have one life, and we only have one chance to make this life as sweet as we can possibly make it. We only have one chance to make this life into the life that we want it to be, right? And if you don't, and this is what I believe, if you don't take risks to achieve those goals, you cannot complain one day when you are, you know, old and chilling on your porch looking over the ocean. You cannot complain about not achieving your goals if you never tried. And I always told myself that the moment I found an opportunity that even just vaguely might give me the opportunity to follow my dreams, I would take that opportunity, arms open, and I would take all the risk involved with that opportunity, and I would just deal with the consequences once it happened. Because the worst thing that could happen, the worst thing that that can happen when you follow a dream, is that you fail and you have to start again. And that is the beauty about life, man. Even if you fail, you can just start again. It's like, you know, it's like a game, and you can just respawn and you can just replay the stage again. Obviously, the second time, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth, or the 20th time you start again in real life, it gets more difficult every time, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. And that has always been my philosophy in life. That's always been, you know, what has driven me to achieve what I have in my life. And it is the primary reason that I do what I do. And basically what I started doing was thinking about making Terraria videos on YouTube, and I started recording Terraria. I started recording the videos, and I recorded them in Fraps, and they were terrible, and the audio was horrendous, and I edited it all in Windows Movie Maker and a whole bunch. It was not a pretty sight, man. But guys, it is, I think, a really, really sweet series, and if you guys haven't watched my Terraria series yet, I just want to highly recommend that you go back and watch it now, after this video. Go back and watch my Terraria series. There's a link in the comment section below. Just a disclaimer for you cyber parents out there. The Terraria series is, let's just say, not exactly family friendly. I did a lot more swearing back in those days, so just be cautious if you are a cyber parent and you are watching my videos with your cyber pups or something. Just be cautious about the Terraria series. It's slightly not family friendly. But guys, let's get into the details of exactly what happened after I decided to start making videos on YouTube. So I was working in London at the time, working a 9 to 6 job, and when I say 9 to 6, I actually mean probably 8:30 to 6:37. Those were my working hours. 5 days a week, 10, 11 hours a day, and that's just normal for any big city that you live in. If you live in New York or Hong Kong or, you know, London or Paris or any of the major commercial cities out there, you are going to work your butthole off. And I was working my butthole off, and I was, you know, achieving great things in my job. I was progressing really, really fast in my job. I was doing really, really well. I was working in marketing, and you know, as I mentioned earlier, when I put my mind to something, I freaking do it properly, man. I don't mess around. So when I was in the working world, I was working really hard. I was spending a lot of time out of work trying to improve my skills, trying to hone my marketing skills, trying to make myself as good for my job as I possibly could be. We are just heading back into Rentopia quickly, guys, to pick up some coal. Want to quickly check if there's any coal in the storage room of the strip mine over here. Yeah, there is a ton of coal over here. Sweet. Let's just pick up all of this coal. I don't think we'll need more coal than this to smelt down all of that sand. So that is awesome. We don't actually have to head back to the storage rooms at all. Thank you, Strip Mine Outpost. In 2 1/4 series, you actually did something useful. You gave me coal. Thanks, Butthole. I think I'll spare your life for one more season. So yes, guys, anyway, what was I saying? Yes, so I was really focused on my job, but I started working on YouTube. Now, the only time that I could actually find to work on YouTube videos was in the morning before I went to work. So what I eventually did was get into a routine where I would wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, record Terraria for a couple of hours, do some editing, then have a shower, have breakfast, get dressed, and head off to work at around 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. And then I would get home at around 8. You know, it would take me about an hour to get to work and an hour to get back. It would take me about an hour to get back, so I would get back at around 7:38 in the evening. I'd make myself some dinner, you know, I'd watch an episode of Scrubs, and then I'd go back up to my room and I would start recording Terraria again. And I did that for a long ass time. I mean, I followed that routine. I must have followed that routine for a good 8 months to a year. I think I followed that routine. And I think that in many of the Terraria episodes, in fact, you can hear that my voice is just woken up. It sounds like a just woken up voice. I was also living in a house of 8 people at the time, so I had to talk much more quietly than I do now. You know, now I can shout to my heart's content, and I can shout as much as I want at you cyberdogs, and it's much better that, you know, it's much better now than it was back then. Back then I had to talk like this: greetings cyberdogs, how are you? I am gonna play Terraria today. Awesome. I'm going to carry on with my story in a second, guys. Just want to quickly update us. We are now smelting down a whole bunch of glass so that we can start laying down the actual channel over here, which is going to be awesome. As you guys can see, I have laid down dirt all the way, almost all the way to the end there. As you can see, it is pretty deep over here, 5 blocks deep by 5 blocks wide, and we're going to be emptying out this tunnel and then refilling it with glass. That is the current plan, man. But I think I was a butthole, and what I should have done was collect a little bit more dirt, because we still have to finish off one final section over here. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I was working on YouTube stuff in the mornings, very early in the mornings, and very late at night when I got back from work. And I was out of my job. I was completely 100% dedicated to YouTube, and I wanted to do everything that I possibly could to make my channel a success and to try and grow my channel. You know, and at the time, my goal, I think, was like 10,000 subscribers, right? That was the goal that I was working to. And you know, I honestly at that time never believed that would ever happen. But slowly over time, my subscribers started to build. You guys were really enjoying the videos. And what I started to do at that point was look around to play another game. And what I realized is that Minecraft was actually the grandpappy of Terraria. You know, I always thought that Terraria was better than Minecraft, but what I didn't realize is that Minecraft came before Terraria. Terraria was inspired by Minecraft itself. And so I thought, you know, because I love Terraria so much, it seems only right that I start playing Minecraft in honor of my favorite game called Terraria. And I started making the Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. And even before that series, I actually made a whole bunch of other Minecraft videos with my brother from the same freaking mama, the real Goxy. And I think I had a server also. I set up a Minecraft server, and I've made a few episodes on the server. That was pretty good times, man. But eventually, I started getting stuck into making Let's Play Minecraft Survival, the series. And man, that was when the Rendog channel really started to do very, very well. And the series kicked off with a bang, and people were really enjoying it, and subscribers picked up really quickly, and I was really, really surprised, and also really at the time quite overwhelmed actually by the sudden amount of subscribers that were coming in. One of the scariest things about broke my boat, my bad. One of the scariest things about being a YouTuber and making YouTube videos is what I call performance anxiety. And basically what performance anxiety is you know, you are in the knowledge that your videos are going out to thousands and thousands of people, and so this sort of pressure starts to build up on you, you know, to make sure that every single one of your videos that you make is really, really sweet. And this anxiety is actually can sort of hamper your progress, and can you know, I don't know, it's almost like stress, right? It almost makes you not function correctly. And a really good example of this, guys, is actually the very first few episodes of season 2. I think a lot of you guys pointed out that I sounded like a little bit crazy. And I sounded like really, really frantic. And that is, guys, and this is the first time that I've told anybody about this, but that is because at the time I was suffering from performance anxiety of epic proportions. My channel was doing pretty well. Season 1 did really, really well of Let's Play Minecraft Survival, and I started to really panic that you know, I wouldn't be able to create content that you guys would enjoy, and you know, I was just so worried about being flamed or being judged and all that sort of jazz. I'm way over that now, man. You know, one of the things that I've learned about YouTube, and this is something that a lot of you guys who are playing Minecraft on YouTube or trying to be YouTubers yourself, what you guys need to realize is that YouTube is the entire world. The audience of YouTube is this planet, and that means that there are going to be people out there that love you and people out there that hate you. and people out there that hate you so much that they will take time out of their lives to flame you and to tell you how much they hate you. And that is just the reality of YouTube. And as soon as you accept that, then it actually doesn't matter anymore, man, because you realize that the people that enjoy your videos will carry on watching your videos, and the people that don't enjoy your videos will carry on flaming you and being mean to you, but they're still watching your videos. But the point is that, you know, there's absolutely no reason to panic about that sort of stuff, because at the end of the day, the people that enjoy your videos will always be there and will always be watching you, and you will also always be getting new people that like your videos. You will also be getting new people that hate your videos, but you will also be getting new people that like your videos. And once I realized that, it helped me to relax a lot, and it helped me to really just focus on making YouTube videos and just being myself, and, you know, being safe in the knowledge that the guys watching my videos are watching my videos for me, not for anyone else, not for an act, not for me trying to be someone that I'm not, just watching my Minecraft videos for me. And as soon as I realized that, man, I don't have a freaking pickaxe with me, man. That is so annoying. And we need to get through this jazz over here. We're just gonna bust through it with a spade. Right, so anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, so I was working on the Let's Play Minecraft series while I still had a full-time job. And it was hard work, but my goal was to get to a point and my goal at that point was to get to a stage on YouTube that I would be able to pay the rent for my flat from YouTube and not have to work for somebody anymore, right? So my goal was to be able to earn just enough money from YouTube to be able to buy enough food every month and to pay for my rent every month. And I will never forget the month that happened, which was now about a year and a half ago, I guess, where I suddenly realized that I was getting enough money from YouTube, from my YouTube channel, to pay for my rent. And that day, what I was talking about earlier about risk, I just threw caution to the wind, and I went to my boss and I said, I'm resigning today. This is going to be my last month of work, and I'm gonna try to do something else. And that's exactly what I did, man. And at that stage, you know, when I say that I was barely covering my expenses, I mean I was barely covering my expenses. I mean, you know, I was making just enough money to pay for my rent and everything. But at the very same time, this opportunity that had suddenly landed on my lap, this opportunity of having a YouTube channel that would be able to mean that I didn't have to work for a boss, this meant that I could start thinking about realizing my ultimate dream in life. And my ultimate dream in life has always been to make a game. Now, I've been making games with my brother from the same frickin' mama for a very, very, very long time. Even when we were small kids, we used to make board games and we used to make card games, and I have made so many games in my life that I can't even tell you how many games that I've made in my life. But it's always been my ambition to make a computer game, because I am a computer gamer at heart. I am a hardcore computer gamer. I have been ever since I was 10 years old, and my ambition was always to make a game. And my ultimate ambition in life was to get to a point where I would be able to make a game no matter what it took for me to achieve that. And unfortunately, having a full-time job meant that making a game was absolutely impossible. There was just not enough time in my life to be able to focus on making a game while I was working. So I was always looking for an opportunity, like YouTube, for example, that would give me the time that I needed to actually work on the game that I wanted to create. And when this YouTube channel gave me that opportunity, I took it with open arms. And I had been saving for many, many years. For probably 10 years of my life, I had been saving. And what essentially I did was I took all of my life savings and I invested it into the development of a game that is going to come out on Android, on the Android platform next year in February. And so what I did was, the money that I had been saving my whole life that I could have spent on, say, for example, buying a house, I literally spent everything that I had on first creating an alpha version of the game, and then now at this stage of time, I'm working on the beta version of the game, and I have teamed up with an incredible UK-based game development studio, and together we are creating a game that is going to be freaking sweet. But what it has meant for me personally is that I have literally risked everything that I have. From a financial perspective, I have risked my entire financial future on this game, right? So everything that I had saved, all of my life savings are now invested in this game. And like I was saying earlier, if the game is a success, then that would be great for me. And if it's not a success, it doesn't really matter. All that I lose is some money, right? That I can just eventually save up for again. It's not the end of the freaking world, right? Ow! Swim! Ow! Leave me alone, butthole! Freaking sun's gone down and I needed a spade. Oh god, leprechauns, creepers, skelebutts. This is not good. I think I'm just going to swim out into the ocean over here to try and get away from these guys. See if we can... No, leprechauns are coming for me. That's not good. I think I can swim faster than though. Alright, well let's see if we can get back into the Silkum Gang Island fort safely without being waylaid by enemies. This is not good, guys. We have a ton of mobs on us. Run! I'll carry on with my story once I'm safe, people. We do not want to die at this stage. Run! Kitty, help me! Andrew, save me, dude! Another skelly butt! Alright. I think we're safe. I think we're safe. We're going to have to eat and start climbing up the Silkworm Gang railway station as fast as possible. Alright, there we go. Sweet. Oh! Freaking out over here! Okay, there we go. Whoo, doggy! That was close. Oh, man. Actually, we could probably just start digging the tunnel from this side, actually. Those mobs aren't going to bother us, I think. Or they probably are, actually. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's err on the side of caution, shall we? Alright, so anyway, guys, as I was saying, so, I mean, now that I've told you the history of where the Rendog channel is, or where it came from anyway, let's talk very quickly about where I am right now, currently in life, right? So currently, I am working on, as I just mentioned, developing a game for Android that I'm going to be releasing on Android next year in February. And of course, I'm working on this YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel and the development of this game that I'm working on are my two primary functions at the moment. However, developing a game doesn't equal money. In fact, developing a game just equals cost. So for the last 6 months or so, my only source of income has been YouTube. And despite what you guys may think, YouTube actually doesn't generate you a lot of money unless you are really, really massive. So unless you're like the Yogscast or Toby Games or PewDiePie or any of those guys, you know, if you're like Rendog, for example, YouTube gives you just like a, you know, a fair income, the sort of income that you might get just in a normal job, right? And what that has meant for me as a person is that I've had to start working on other things too, because the original plan for my Android game was for us to release it in December, but we ran across a few new additions and ideas that we wanted to add to the game. And basically what that meant was we've added another few months onto development. And that means that we've pushed the release of the game back from December this year to next year, February. And what that means for me from a financial perspective is that I need to generate some more income so that I can pay the rent, so that I can pay the bills, and so that I can pay for the additional development for the game. And so what I have been doing for the last 2 months or so is doing some freelance jobs. So what I do is freelance design work, because I'm actually, I trained to be a graphic designer at university. And I'm working in a bar. I'm working as a barman. And those two jobs plus YouTube means that I am able to, you know, achieve my goal of creating this game, and of course to pay the rent and to have the life that I want to have. And as I was saying earlier in this video, guys, my primary goal in life is always creating a life for myself that I'm happy with. And that is basically what is going on right now, guys. And you know, a lot of you guys ask me, why don't you make more YouTube videos? Why don't you make 2 or 3 YouTube videos a day? Simply, as much as I would love to do that, I just simply can't. Logistically, I just can't do that because currently I have 2 other jobs and the YouTube channel, and I literally just don't have enough hours in the day to actually make more than one video a day. And I do try to sometimes make more than 1 video a day, but currently, as we speak, my schedule is pretty freaking rammed, and you know, I'm just not able to make more videos than I am currently making at the moment. And of course, once the game is released and once my game development studio is really doing well and kicking off, I can then really focus on YouTube, and I can really focus on achieving my goals on YouTube, and you know, creating more videos for you guys and working as hard as I possibly can on YouTube. And yeah, and just freaking growing this channel bigger than I could ever dreamed of, bigger than I could ever imagined. And I mean, my current goal now is 100,000 subscribers, and I mean, you know, that's just absurd, man. That is just an absurd number that I doubt we could actually reach, because I mean, that, you know, that's a lot of freaking subscribers. But I mean, that is my current YouTube goal, and you know, I'm not rushing it. I'm in no rush. I don't want, you know, everything to suddenly happen out of nowhere, and for the channel to go from 75,000 subscribers to 1 billion subscribers. That's not my goal, man. You know, my goal on YouTube is to have fun, to have a sweet ass time, and to, you know, be in this amazing community called the Cyberdog community with you guys, and just to carry on doing what I'm doing, and working on my dream of achieving the development of a sweet ass freaking game. And that, guys, is basically where we are currently at in the life of RENDOG'S. Man, I feel like I've been rambling at you guys for ages now, and yeah, I should probably end the video now. We've been going for quite a long time now, but I really do hope that this episode has answered a lot of your guys' questions out there, and a lot of you guys who have been concerned about me. You know, you guys have been asking me, you know, why is everything okay? Or why don't you upload more videos? Or, you know, is everything all right with your personal life? Guys, everything is freaking amazing, man. My life is so epic. I am so freaking grateful for every single minute that I am awake, because I get to play Minecraft with my Cyberdog buddies on YouTube. I am developing a game that has always been the dream of my life. I am working in a sweet ass bar where I get to play pool for free, and I am working on graphic design, freelance work, which I love doing because I love freaking Photoshop. So, you know, I couldn't complain about my current life, guys, and it is just, I am just so freaking grateful for every second that I'm alive, and I am just absolutely loving this life, guys. And, you know, for those of you guys out there who perhaps are thinking about achieving a dream or following a dream, all I can say to you is what I said earlier. You have one chance in this short existence to make that dream happen, and you can either take the risk and do whatever it takes to make that dream happen, or you can, you know, avert yourself from the risk and not take the risk. And either of those options is totally fine. But what you need to think about is, you know, are you going to be happy with the decisions that you made now, further down the line? And if the answer is no, I'm not going to be happy, then do something today to make sure that you will always be happy. And that's the best piece of advice that I can give you guys. And if YouTube is your dream, as it was my dream and as it is my dream, then do whatever it freaking takes to make that dream a reality. Wake up at 5 a.m, record those videos, upload those videos every day, do whatever you have to do to make your YouTube channel a success. And, you know, crazier things have happened in this world than, you know, you becoming popular on YouTube, man. Seriously. It can and it will happen if you dedicate enough time, enough energy, and enough passion and love to making it happen, guys. And yeah, that is basically all I have to say about that, guys. It looks like I have somehow, throughout all of that rambling, successfully managed to to dig out this sweet-ass tunnel. And that is just absolutely awesome. Check out this, man. This is awesome. And what we're going to be doing now, guys, is converting all of these dirt walls into glass. And that is essentially going to complete our tunnel project. And man, that was actually much easier than I thought it was going to be. And this is such a great method to make tunnels underwater, right? I mean, that was pretty painless. It just took a butt long time. Well, Cyberdogs, I am going to end the video here. I really hope you have enjoyed listening to me rattling on about my own life. And you know what, guys? I would absolutely love to hear about your dreams in the comment section below. What is your current dream? What is your goal in life? And how are you planning to achieve that goal? And if you guys write your dream down in the comment section below and you aren't doing everything possible in your current life to achieve that dream, I'm going to stick this pickaxe straight up your ass. Do whatever it takes to achieve that dream, guys, because it is freaking possible and it can happen for all of us. Guys, this has been Rendog playing Minecraft Survival. Cannot wait to see my Cyberdog friends, that's you, man, in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.